What kind of preparation does it take an average cyclist to ride one stage of the Tour de France? That is the question I have been constantly asking myself ever since I signed up to this year's brutal edition with 170 kilometers and 5,400 meters of climbing. This weekend I set out to ride a total of 10 hours in 2 days, and it did not end as planned.
That is it. I have officially bonked.
In this video, I'll take you along for the adventure and show you everything I eat to fuel this type of training. Stick around to the end of the video to see what 3 mistakes I did this weekend so that you don't make them yourself. Enjoy. So we've got a big weekend of riding on the cards. Fueling starts the day before. For breakfast I'm having 150 grams of oats and 2 eggs. So this is about, with the banana, 120 grams of carbs. $250 grams of pasta. It is Saturday morning now. I'm just having my breakfast and I'm about to go on the first ride of the weekend. 5 hours. It's been a minute since I've ridden that long. But let's dig into this, get dressed and get going. So I have now finished my oats, but by looking outside, I'm not particularly looking forward to this. 5 hours of riding alone in this? Just to do it again tomorrow? What is wrong with me? I'm currently standing here to figure out what I should wear based on the temperature, but we're basically in between winter clothes and like spring clothes. What a day. But we're gonna get it done. So since I have 5 hours planned, I will do a coffee stop midway to also refill my bottles. And this is what I'm bringing. So I've got 60 grams of carbs in each bottle, another 120 grams of carbs there to refill into the bottles, and then 2 of these Cliff Bars and 1 emergency gel, as well as the Gunna Performance Shot. This thing is amazing. It's basically caffeine, but it keeps your energy level high and it doesn't just spike and crash like after a coffee. So, cheers. Anytime I take this, I know it's about to get real. I decided to put on another layer because it was just a little bit chilly and I can always take this off, so. And just like that, we're on our way. 5 hours, let's go. We are making it out of the city now. I'm pretty happy with what I wore. Or what I chose to wear, because it's definitely a little bit chilly, but I'm not cold, so that's good. Okay, I've made it out of Amsterdam now, so now I can just shut off my brain and pedal for 5 hours. Not feeling too great today. The heart rate is a little bit higher than usual, but I think that will settle in once I'm actually awake, because I'm very much still sleeping. Stick around. So I finally made it to the aesthetically pleasing part of the route. First hour was pretty boring just along some roads, but now we're talking.
feel like absolute crap after that break. It's always like 20 minutes after I take a break. I feel like absolute shit. But let's keep going. Still not feeling fantastic, but it's better now. I just passed through like 3 cities with the bike where I had to stop every 3 minutes by a red light, so that was kind of annoying. But now I'm on the canal to go straight back to Amsterdam, so now it's just one straight road for 1.5 hours. It's getting a bit boring, to be honest. It's just one straight road now. I have headwind, no sun, and my ass hurts. Mental. The heart rate is definitely starting to drift up. Yeah, exactly. That is why we do these rides, to train it. So I'm only 10 minutes from my house, but I got 20 minutes left to do. So we're turning around and getting those minutes in. And it's so cooked. It's done.
So that was the first ride of the weekend, 5 hours in zone 2, with a little acceleration about every 45 minutes of about 400 to 500 watts. Yeah, just training the aerobic base while keeping some snap in the legs. So that's what we did today. I already noticed in the first hour that today wasn't going to be a really good day. The heart rate was a bit higher than usual. I was feeling my knee a little bit. It was cold, dusk, just not very ideal condition. But it has to get done, because obviously rides that long, like 5 hours and up, is definitely uncharted territory for me. I've done maybe a handful of rides over 5 hours, so that's definitely something that I'm not particularly good at yet. But the race that I'm planning to do, the étape du Tour, literally is going to require me to ride for like 8 hours on big mountains where I'll have to hold even higher power. So we got lots of work to do. I'm working with a coach, so it will be interesting to see what kind of workouts and also long rides I'll have coming up in the following months of my preparation. I definitely need a few more of those to just get the body used to riding for very long, and also train it to digest all the sugar that I'm taking on while I'm riding, because that's definitely going to be one of the key factors in the race on whether I make it up that last climb or not. So for the rest of the day, the main focus is to recover as best as possible, drink a lot of water, eat a lot of food. I just had about 250 grams of noodles again, with a lot of protein in the sauce, as you could probably tell by what's left on my face. So yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of food, get a lot of sleep, drink a lot of water, and then do it all over again tomorrow. Nice. Good morning, it's day number 2, another 4 hours on deck today. I mean, it's nothing really fancy, it's just oats, banana, but I'm gonna eat 2 eggs. Usually I would not eat eggs before a ride because it takes more time to digest them, but since I have that time today, I'm just using it to hit my protein. I think 2 reasons why yesterday's ride was so hard are, firstly, I had too much caffeine. I had that caffeine shot and then also a flat white in the middle of the ride. It just gives my system way more caffeine than it's used to. And secondly, I basically didn't have any water before the ride. I had my oats and then went straight out the door. So today, as I have more time, I'm focusing on drinking like 2 liters of water before I even start and have no caffeine. And then I'll let you know how I feel. What are we thinking?
She's like a girl on the moon. A girl on the moon. She's like a girl on the moon. A girl on the moon.
So as you can see, I brought out the TT bars today. I don't know, just switch it up. Almost 2 hours in, so yeah, I can't really film too much. because I'm in this position, but no, I'm having a lot of fun.
Yes, it's night once again, and that same old feeling is setting in. It all seems
2 hours later.
That is it. I have officially bonked. I made it 3 hours, but no real energy, and I also ran out of water. Now I just have to pedal away and get home because this is what defeat looks like. I've reached my limit.
Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore.
Cooked.
It's getting dark, too dark to see.
Now that was a brutal weekend of training. 8.5 hours. I really wanted to reach 10, but this was all I had. There are a few things I could have done better in order to avoid that bonk today, where I really didn't have any energy left. But it was definitely a good idea this morning to give myself more time to digest the food, have more water, and also get a few steps in before the ride, just to wake the body up. Then today, I ran out of water 2.5 hours into the ride and didn't really plan a refill stop before the ride. I told myself, I'm just gonna find a gas station. But then I didn't find a gas station. And so I didn't have water for the last hour when I was already feeling pretty bad. So that was up there with miserable rides. If you enjoyed this vlog and are interested in my journey towards the étape, the tour, then feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, maybe also follow me on Instagram, and then I'll see you in the next video. See you. Bye bye.